All right, let's go. Afternoon, everybody. To me, when you look at these races in the N.F.C. and the Niners are off this week, 10 is the magic number. And here's the problem for a team like Dallas. Okay, the Eagles are close to getting to 10, and they're going to get there because they got Washington and the Giants left. They got Washington twice. So I'm putting down the Eagles for 11. Whoever wins Tampa Bay division, if Tampa Bay runs the table, they're going to go 12-5. You cannot complain. All you Dallas lovers, you can't complain. Okay, you can't complain about that. Uh, Chicago got 9, Green Bay got 8, Detroit got 8. They're 2 games ahead of Dallas already. So the point I'm making is, and I've told you people this, the NFC is loaded. You may not think it is, but it is. Seattle, San Francisco, and the Rams all got 9. They're going to get 10. Especially that Frisco uh, has Tennessee coming in. They're going to get 10. The Rams are going to get 10. They're in Arizona. They'll wrap up their 10th win. So if you're a team like Dallas, what you got to hope is the Eagles continue to bicker, that they continue to just don't take care of business the way they should, and see what happens. Well, again, I'm looking at the team we're going to talk about today, and we'll talk about Bears, Packers tomorrow, Bills, and Bengals. We'll talk about that. Dolphins win tomorrow. They're back in the hunt with a showdown next Monday night in Pittsburgh. This year, especially in the AFC, the teams who are ahead, you know what they did well? They built super defenses. If Cleveland had a quarterback and a couple of real receivers, they would be, believe it or not, definitely top of the AFC. The difference with the AFC is the teams who are now ahead: New England, um, Indy, Houston, Jacksonville, Denver. You know what they all have in common? They decided to build a young, hungry defense instead of going for the quarterback. When you look at Denver, they got Bo Nix. What does Bo Nix do well? In crisis, he's going to find a way to bring his team back to win games. Daniel Jones, what does he do well? He stabilizes the team at the position. Um, New England, they got the franchise quarterback. They retooled, they rebuilt a couple of good drafts. They have one of the best young secondaries in the league now. And Houston's been a budding juggernaut that is needed to get over. If they win tomorrow night, if Houston wins tomorrow, they will become that juggernaut team that we all thought they would be. They pull away the Chiefs tomorrow. Chiefs lose tomorrow, they're done. We're done. And the way I look at this game tomorrow, I think Houston's going to erase all the disappointments when that idiot Bill O'Brien up 22 to nothing decide no 24 nothing decide to 21 nothing, excuse me, decided to kick a field goal and the Chiefs came back to beat them. That was the beginning of the end for that franchise. And now they're on the precipice of erasing all those disappointments and finally becoming the team that J.J. Watt and old boy at wide receiver, they should have been. And Andre Johnson. Now, they win tomorrow night, folks. All of that will go away, and you will see the new budding juggernaut, which is the Houston Texans. The other juggernaut to me that is there is Seattle. And when they drafted these kids a few years back, we were wondering, when is Pete Carroll going to put this shit together? This team is too good to be a disappointment. Well, it took them 3 years, but they're here now. And the N.F.C, to me, they're the team that I don't think nobody wants to play. They have won 11 of their last 12 on the road. 11 of their last 13 on the road. They've now stabilized, winning back their fans at the beautiful Quest Field. And when you look at them, if they had a better back, I would pick them to win the whole thing. I don't like their running back situation. This guy, this idiot who's the running back now, this guy cannot get 100-yard games if you put it in front of him. I don't know what the hell is wrong with him. I think it's Walker the fourth, whatever. Kenneth Walker. He's not doing it for me. A team like Seattle, I'm telling you, I don't know who are the free agent running backs. I don't know if they can get the kid from Notre Dame, but they are a real pounding ground running back away from being the new power in the NFC. They're round the cuffs. Kenneth Walker, in my opinion, unless someone lights a fire under his ass, which I don't see happening, Seattle's going to fall short this year because of that shortcoming. I know the quarterback. I don't love him at all. I don't. I don't think Sam Donald's the rage and all that bullshit. To be real with you guys, but they paid fair money for him, in my opinion. And sometimes you get what you ask for. And one of the things that this coach has done is mute the offense and let these kids on defense become household names. And that is a smart thing to do because you give franchises like, for example, the Miami Dolphins is a perfect epitome of this. Their sad ass fan base only cares about the uh, quarterback. That's all they care about. They can go 5-12, but if the quarterback is throwing for over 4,400 with 35 touchdowns, he's electrifying these damn fools in the Dolphin community, they're happy. Okay? I will promise you this. The next quarterback they get, whoever's going to be the next coach, it could be Mike McDaniel keeping his job. They will go the opposite direction and get a Jay Fiedler type quarterback. Why? It keeps the fan base muted. And they're telling you, don't worry about the goddamn quarterback. It's about W's and L's. Well, in Seattle, that's what they've done. And it was a smart move by the head coach, by the GM. Don't make the quarterback the focal point. Make him as a passenger on the team. But if they get a running back in this draft coming up, I think they will elevate themselves to be where they deserve to be, which leads me to San Francisco. This is by far the best coaching job of the year in the NFL. I knew New England was going to win games. I told all you that back in March when they went into free agency and they drafted the tackle from LSU. I told you fools that New England was going to go places. I did not see San, to be honest. I didn't see that at all. And now, you look at the Niners. It's Batman and Robin combo of him and Saleh, who never should have been fired from the Jets, was building a Super Bowl defense there. But because Woody Johnson didn't like him, and he's one of these guys you don't take to the country club, which means a lot to these owners, you know, it means a lot to them. Like they can take a guy to the country club and show him off. He's my new guy here and all that dumb shit. But with Salah, he couldn't do that. And his buddies were making fun of him, laughing at him, saying, yo, what's up with this? You know what I'm saying? Rich people do that, especially super rich people like Woody Johnson, Stephen Ross. They don't hang around the common folk, okay? We are the common folk. And like I said, they don't know me or you from Adam. And they don't want to know me and you from Adam. What they care about with us is do what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny because when the Niners, they're doing it the way good organizations do it. And that is the coach runs the offense, which he does, Kyle, and Salah runs the defense, and they leave each other alone. That's the way I like that structure. Miami had Vic Fangio 2 years ago. They ran him out of town. They said, "Oh, he can't coach. He don't know what he's doing. This guy is this and that." Meanwhile, a year later, he takes the 30th ranked defense, wins the Super Bowl with them, and now they're a top 5, 6 defense in the league. And it's not the defense why the Eagles are what they are. It's a bitch ass quarterback who don't like the star receiver in the team. And because he delivered the owner of the Super Bowl, he won a Super Bowl MVP. He should have won 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Okay, and the MVP 3 years ago, which the NFL robbed them, of course. I'm talking about Jalen Hurts. And I'm going to be honest with you. I saw some of those antics on the sideline with him and AJ Brown, and he held it to heart. And now that he's won a Super Bowl, he can do what he wants to do, but he better get back to the Super Bowl. That's what he better do, or Philadelphia is going to have some decisions to make in March. is either trade AJ Brown or you get rid of Hurts. And that's not no me thinking up in the air. That was Mike Florio talking to one of the radio hosts of the Philadelphia Eagles. And in Philadelphia, they live and die with their sports teams. That's why I love the fabric of that city and that town so much. I'm more, even though I live in New York, I'm more of a Philly guy when it comes to being critical of my teams. I'm not a fanboy, if you know what I mean. Give me one quick second. Give me 1 second. So, like I was saying, with this guy at quarterback right now, he is sabotaging the team. And how is he doing it? Easy. You do it the old fashioned way.
Okay, this is
Now,
Gabe again.
I won again, and give me one. What happened?
Give me a call. What do I press to make the call go through?
The green button.
Huh?
The green button.
It went through. I left a message. What do I do now?
You hang up. Who did you call?
Katie,
Yeah, you just hang up.
I thought you said you do something else to
No,
me.
well, her phone, you just hang up.
I thought you do something else to make it go through.
Again, with her phone, you just hang up now. That's all you do.
Are you calling me?
You told me to try your phone, right?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, anyway, this is what you go through when mom stays with you for the weekend. She's tomorrow night. She's going to stay here because we have very cold weather here. Apologize for that. Like I was saying, so Philadelphia right now, Dallas is, I believe, a game and a half down. That's the only way Dallas is going to make the playoffs. Philadelphia wins two more games, which they should. They got two with Washington, one with they finished with the Giants. They got the Raiders next week, which they should roll, and they have Buffalo week 17, which will be fascinating. So, um, be interesting with Philly and Dallas. And Dallas got easy schedule. They got the Chargers left, but here's the problem: the Chargers are going to need the game. They'll destroy Minnesota next Sunday night. That's a Cowboy fan special. They put up 50 points and they're beating their chest. Yeah, we're back. The boys are back. And then Justin Herbert with one hand. Remember, Herbert busted his left wrist, but he's going to give it a go on Monday night against the Eagles. Watch Herbert walk into Arlington. Now, the only thing Dallas will have a big advantage, unlike when they play Green Bay, when they play Frisco, when they play the Bears at home, teams like that. Chargers have no fan base. So there ain't going to be no Charger fans traveling to Arlington, Texas next Sunday for a 10 o'clock in the morning game Pacific time. Okay? That's not going to happen. Back to San Francisco. They win next week. They got Tennessee at home. They got a showdown with the Bears in 3 weeks. Sunday Night Football. I'll be doing that game because that can be for everything for both teams. If Green Bay sweeps the Bears 2 of these next 3 weeks, then the Bears are in trouble. They have to win in Green Bay Sunday. I don't know if they will, but I am taking the six. I'm going to take the Eagles plus. I mean, excuse me. I'm going to take the Bears plus 6.5. No doubt about that. I'm definitely taking the Bears tomorrow. I mean, Green Bay got a lot to show to prove to me, man. And it's not the quarterback; it's the defense. Love answers the bell, even though the Coon Media, which is ESPN ex-players who are coons, especially one Chris Canty, can't stand him. I don't know why. The man just goes about his business, does everything right. And by the way, he was nominated for the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. Now, I will say this about that award. It goes to the popular player. It doesn't go to the guy who does the most work. That's how the NFL does shit. They don't want good people to shine, unfortunately. The only one they let do that was the phony himself, Russell Wilson. But I tell you, this 49ers coaching staff is uneffing believable, man. With Saleh on the defense and Kyle running the offense, look at them. And they lost Bosa. They've lost uh, their middle linebacker, Fred Warner, for the year. You know, McCaffrey's kind. I'll tell you right now, because the national media doesn't like. They don't like Matthew Stafford. They may give the MVP to McCaffrey. Dak Prescott's out losing this game. He's out. It's going to be between McCaffrey, Drake May, and and Stafford. See how everybody jumped off the Ram bandwagon after they lost to Carolina? They didn't want to give Carolina no credit at all. I tell you, I saw that game last week. I did that game, part of it, and Carolina's played well. And I told you back in April and back in August, the two most improved teams will be Chicago and Carolina. Look at them. And New England, I said, will be the most improved team in football. They already have 11 wins. What's up, Dad? New England already got New England. If they beat Buffalo next week, and that's going to be our early game of October header next week. We got Buffalo and at New England, and the like the like the the I'm trying to think of the team again. Oh, like the Chiefs. No team who Buffalo's going to face is scared of them because they have the defense to match up to their mediocre receiving talent. All they have to do is take the young running back away and make Josh Allen beat you. And if you have the right defensive personnel, Denver does. Houston will kill him. I could tell you, Houston beat his ass a couple of weeks ago. You're going to have to go back down there. Oh, you're not going to win the division. So you may end up, whoever get folks, I'm telling you right now, Houston's going to win that division. If they get Buffalo, that can get nasty. That can get nasty down in Texas. And I think Buffalo and Kansas City are fading away. That's what I believe. The Chiefs, both teams will make a comeback, but it won't be right away. Because Buffalo is a place where players really don't want to play. And Kansas City is a place where the defense is there. I think they need to upgrade the secondary a little bit. They need to redo the offensive line and get Mahomes a real running back. Because Pacheco runs too hard, he gets hurt. And I think Kansas City, I think it's going to be some long days in Kansas City. I do. I don't think the Chiefs are going to be a bad team. I just think that teams are looking at it as I can't get a franchise quarterback, so let me build my defense. And when you build a defense like Houston did, like the Broncos, to me, the Broncos are out of sight. And we'll see them next Sunday against the Packers. That'll be our late game when Green Bay goes to Denver. And if Green Bay loses tomorrow, folks, that is do or die for the Packers in the N.F.C. That game is everything to Green Bay if they lose this game. The Bears will get in, but they got a tough schedule going down the stretch. And they end the season with the Lions. Matter of fact, let me give you all the schedules. of the NFC playoff teams real quick. Let me do that. Okay. So yeah. So when I look at right now in the NFC, I think the Bears will get it. All they need is 10. They need one more. They beat Green Bay tomorrow. They're in. But I think Green Bay is the team, and I keep saying this, that they better win. That's what I really honestly believe. They I just think that the Packers, they got a lot to prove, man. They do. They got a lot to prove. As for San Francisco, they're proving everything. And let me give you these schedules going down the stretch for these teams, and to tell you what I've been talking about. All right, let me take a look. Meanwhile, like I've been saying, let me get back over here. Um, it's going to be interesting. San Francisco's done a hell of a job. Pearsall's been out, missed about 5, 6 games. Brock Purdy missed a few games. Mac Jones filled in brilliantly. I don't know why they didn't want to stay with him. And the San Francisco 49ers are where they are. Kudos to them. They deserve the love, folks. One of the best offensive minds ever. Clone of his daddy, just didn't get it done yet because of his stupidity and ego. Saleh built that Jet defense. Now the Jets are getting rid of all of his guys. Quinnen Williams. They're going to get rid of the linebacker during the off season. Um, the overrated uh, Sauce Gardner. Got rid of him, and look what they got. 5 number 1s in this draft. That is what you call a major haul, folks. Dallas gave them one of theirs. Why? Dallas is going to draft a defensive player with their number 1 pick, and then in 27, with all the quarterbacks coming out, if they don't make the playoffs in 26, they can trade up and get one of those phenomenal quarterbacks that's coming out, maybe Arch Manning. And I don't see Arch Manning being the top quarterback when this shit's all said and done in college football next year. I don't see it. This kid Mendoza, he's playing later tonight. He is supposed to be in the top 10. Everybody else, there's really nobody else. I mean, look at this year's quarterback crop. Cam Ward sucks. The kid from Mississippi, Jackson Dart, it's all right, nothing special. New York media hypes his ass up. Kid in New Orleans, eh. And then you got Shador, who I believe is the best of that group. He just don't have enough weapons to work with. I always said that about Shador Sanders. So Kyle Shanahan, phenomenal job. And let me get the schedules up. Let me do you guys a justice and do this. Everybody thinks Buffalo is going to blow Cincinnati tomorrow. I'll say not so fast. Not so fast. Oh, man. All right. We'll do the Niners first as we go around and look at all these teams and their schedules. Where's the Niners? Week 14 NFL. 4 games left after tomorrow, folks, and Monday. Monday, Philadelphia and the Chargers on Monday night. All right, let's take a look at the Niners schedule. Seattle's definitely going to get one more, so I don't have to do them. The Rams got Arizona. They're in after tomorrow. This time, I mean tomorrow night they'll be in. All right. This is who Frisco got left. They're off this week. Tennessee next week. There you go. It's over. They get their 10th win. At Indy, that's going to be a good one. On Mr. Miami's birthday, I'm going to do that game. That's going to be a good one. That's going to be do or die for Indy. The big one, another game I'm doing, when they play the Bears, week 17 on Sunday Night Football. And then they end with the Seahawks. So their schedule, they better get Tennessee. They get Tennessee, they're in. They get Tennessee, they'll get a spot. That's all they got to do is win next Sunday, and they will clinch a playoff spot. I think they have to win that one and win between. Maybe another one will really cinch it for them, but 10 wins to me in the N.F.C. should do it. So their last 3 games are very formidable. At Indy, on a Monday night, the Bears right after Christmas, and then Seattle comes in. So the Niners finished with 3 of their last 4 at home. God bless them with a great schedule. All right, next. Let me see. Let me pick another team and look at their schedule. Uh, Colts go to Seattle next week, and then they go home to play San Francisco. Then they finish with Houston and Tennessee. Let's do the Lions. Green Bay is murder, folks. I can tell you Green Bay right now. Chicago at Denver, at Chicago, the Ravens, Minnesota. Let's do the Lions. God did not bless Green Bay with anything. Now, if Green Bay wins tomorrow, to me, they get one more. They should make it maybe as a 7th seed. But the Lions saved their season Thursday night. What an impressive. And what happened to that so-called great Cowboy defense that those clowns on First Take was bragging about so much? You know, that blonde chick who they brought in now, the nerve of that woman to poo-poo that Seattle Seahawks defense. She's crazy. This is why women should be in the kitchen making sandwiches for the men at the table. Okay? Let me repeat that. This is why women should be in the kitchen making sandwiches for the money making men at the table. Okay? Jeez, woman, no clue whatsoever. Ain't that. Shut up, bitch. Keep your damn mouth shut and go steal money. All right? All right, Detroit at the Rams next week. That will be part of my coverage of the games I will do next week. Pittsburgh at home, week 16. I will skip that game because the Steelers are boring. At Minnesota, at Chicago. Okay, manageable. Or maybe not because you have a landfill. You're playing against. You can get Minnesota unless Minnesota plays over their heads. And that's the Christmas Day game. By the way, I will skip Christmas. There'll be no Christmas for me. Maybe I'll do the Chief game because they're playing against the Broncos. I may do that game in the freezing cold in Arrowhead, but don't expect me to see me Christmas morning. The games are whack, and I'm not doing the NBA. All right, so we just did the Niners. We did the Lions. Let's do the Texans. All right, Rangers and Avalanche tied 1-1 with 5 minutes to go in the game. Yeah. They're at Kansas City tomorrow night. That game is on your NBC affiliate. They play Arizona at home. If they win these two games, folks, they're in the AFC. They're in. They're in. They win tomorrow night. They got Arizona and the Raiders coming in. Are you effing serious? Arizona and the Raiders coming in after tomorrow. Go to the Chargers. That would probably be a Saturday night game. And then they end up with the Colts at home. Houston, if they win tomorrow, I will predict they will run the table. And they started 0-3. Remember that. They started 0-3. And now, with their injuries, and now Stroud is back, Nico Collins is back, they are the team, in my opinion. If they win tomorrow, they are the team to beat in the AFC. It's Houston. Because if you haven't seen that defense, folks, that is, forget Super Bowl defense. That, if let's say they make the Super Bowl this year, which is possible, they can do some special things. Let me just leave it to you like that. They can do some special things. So Houston get 2 buys in the next 2 weeks. Wow. Arizona and the Raiders. Damn. 3 of their last 4 games are at home, by the way, after they play the Chiefs tomorrow. And still the Jaguars. Hello? Anyway, like I was saying, uh, let's look at the Jaguars schedule. Yeah, they're in the mix. I know they're boring as shit on the ground, but they are in the mix. Jaguars, I believe, this is week 14. They are 8-4, folks. No. 8-4. They don't have 5 losses. They had their bye. We're going to week 14. They're 8-4. Let's look at it. Okay. All right, here we go. Colts this week. They played the Colts twice, by the way. That's why the Colts, I think, are going to fade, unfortunately. And you don't blame the quarterback. You know who you blame? You blame the coach. I'm going to tell you why. In Kansas City 3 weeks ago, you do not let your quarterback be the hero, especially a guy like Daniel Jones. You keep running that running back, and I get the feeling the reason why they didn't do that because they don't want him hurt. Okay, Colts tomorrow. I'm not doing that game. I'll be on at 4 o'clock to do the Broncos. Jets, Broncos. They should switch that game with the Miami game. Matter I'm gonna check out the NFL and see if they did that. Colts again, and then Tennessee. So they get the luck of the draw. They get Tennessee to end the year. Unfortunately for the Colts, their schedule the rest of the way is murder. Murder. Mm, interesting. Let me take a look at the NFL real quick. See if they switch that Dolphin game out. I'm pretty sure they will if the Bengals lose tomorrow. By 4 o'clock tomorrow, if the Bengals are 4-9, that game is off NBC. Why did they keep the Redskins there and Broncos last week? I can't answer that. I can't answer that. I bet you Mike Tirico said, "Get me the F out of here" during that game. All right, 2 weeks from tomorrow, let's see what's the Sunday night game. Did they? All right, on Fox, Green Bay Chicago rematch will be the night game. It was supposed to be at 5 o'clock. They're going to play in the freezing cold. Tomorrow's going to be 12 degrees in Green Bay. Anywhere between 12 and 18 to start, but the temperature will be dropping. I'm pretty damn sure you'll get that in Chicago in 2 weeks. All right, Patriots, Ravens. No, they still got the Dolphin game there. I don't get it, man. I mean, NBC, are you asleep at the wheel? Get that. If the Dolphins lose tomorrow, folks, the game I would put on is Jaguars Broncos. I will put that game on and let Fox show you move the Chiefs to 4 o'clock. I mean, do something. Yeah, you could put the Chiefs and the Titans on it on Fox. No one's gonna care about that game. So, and those are the schedules for those teams coming down the stretch. It's brutal. I mean, it's not going to be um, sunshine and lilies. I mean, this is now playoff football. Next week, and I just clicked it off. Early, we'll be in Foxborough next week for the Patriots and the Bills. The other game is Chargers at Chiefs at 1 o'clock. At 4:25 Eastern, Rams and Lions from LA. Seahawks and Colts from Seattle. And the game we'll be at as the second game of the doubleheader. So CBS has both games next week. We'll have the Packers and the Broncos. That's where Jim Nantz will be. So, and I'll tell you, that may be a spot Well, it's going to be hard for the Packer backers to be there to represent their team. Denver's a tough place, and they love their football team. And you can argue Denver probably have the best fan base as fans from that community that stay loyal to the team than any team in the NFL. I would say Denver, Green Bay, Seattle. Those three fan bases are loyal to their team, especially Green Bay uh, and Pittsburgh and uh, Denver. And that is going to be a very fascinating game next week, um, because and if Sertan is back, let's say Sertan comes back tomorrow, he'll get a game under his belt, and that's going to be tough for Green Bay. I mean, Green Bay has to win tomorrow, and if they don't, I see the Bears sweeping them. I think the Bears are very impressive because they took the ball out of Caleb Williams' hands and they put it to the running game. And you saw what they did to the Eagles last week. They dismantled the Eagles so bad that their fans were leaving midway through the third quarter. And this is what I said about the Dolphins and the dumbass Dolphin community. That's right. Those goddamn losers over there, you know the names, EM and company, those losers, really believed that their quarterback had the arm of God. And now their quarterback admitted earlier this week he is shot. He's taken too many hits. And I said from day one, he could be the best game manager in the league. I promise you this. Next team he goes to, New Orleans, he will be he'll be somewhere in 27. I heard the Dolphins going to bring him back. So take the ball out of his hands. Let your running game do the offense. Just like the glory years, 53 years, 52 years ago. Going to be 53 now. They're not going anywhere. But they wanted to showcase their concussed quarterback, the Wonder Boy, and you see what ended up happening to him. And you know what? Let me give this the tool. He don't give a rat's behind what you think, what I think, because he's going to get paid his $173 million, and he'll if the doctors tell him now he can't play, he'll say, "See you in NFL. I gave you 5.25 years. They didn't protect me enough," which he has that valid argument. I'll say it again. They the 2020 draft when they had all their picks, they fucked up that draft. The 2021 draft, which all they have to show for it is Waddle, they fucked up that draft. Okay? You fucked it up. That is what you call ineptitude and buffoonery by a man that had that job for over 25 years. You cannot make this shit up. And now they are where they are, and it couldn't have happened to a better fan base than the Dolphin community, led by, of course, EM and Chris and that stupid picnic table room that they have every Sunday. It couldn't have happened to a better fan base. So. And my man Ali was talking all this shit about they're gonna win Super Bowl. Yeah, where's Ali at? Don't worry, I'll find them. I'll find all of them. I know where they're at. I'll get them. Don't worry about it, folks. My hate tour of Venom will be there on a lot of dark nights over there when they keep lying to those dumbass fans who are ignorant like Manzano is and think this team is the greatest team. This dumb motherfucker, let me talk about Manzano, okay? Who has a quarterback with a real arm in Justin Herbert, but he still wants to hang around losers. That's what I say about guys like him and other fans. But you can't take them seriously. Can't take them seriously. So, and I'll say it again. Um, If you were protecting your quarterback and took uh, Penei Sewell, you wouldn't have these problems right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, this kid Paul, who the Dolphins have, he's gonna be a superstar at left tackle. They got lucky and got him. They got fucking lucky to pick him. Brooks is a monster. I said that when they signed him. You had assholes in the Dolphin community saying, we're waiting to see. Yeah, really. I wonder what guys like Lewis is saying now about his broken down quarterback by his shot. Reasons, the armor God. You want to see the armor God? You don't look no farther than Jordan Love. That's the man with the golden gun. Okay. I'll say it again. Tristan Wirfs at 5. Uh, Rivera at 18. Love at 26. There goes your draft. But not this team. And someone had a better one. Someone had Wirfs, Jefferson, and Love. Oh, shit, man. We had that. No, they picked Austin Jackson. They picked Tua. They fucked up the running back situation by taking bums like what's that bum name? Raekwon Davis and others. And these same assholes, Eric McIntosh, you know him as Ian, said that I was too old, didn't know I was laughing. Everybody's laughing. Now, who's getting the laughs now on the Dolphin community? Yours truly. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get ugly between me and them. Because when I hate human beings, and I hate a lot of people, I'll get back at them. If I have to dox that whole fucking group, I'll pay a bitch $20,000 to dox that whole Dolphin community. And those baby mamas know how to play the game. They'll do it for me. Without a problem. Okay, I said, honey, here's 20,000 in your cash app. Go do it. Well, I'm gonna get each and every one of them back, especially Mr. McIntosh. That piece of shit. All right. You don't, I got the word this week that I'm finally 100% healthy for the first time in my life. Finally, it took so many years, but I'm finally healthy. You don't wish bad on anybody, and I don't wish bad on Tua, but I try to tell those ass clowns, hey, where's Lewis at? Yeah, where's Lewis at? Where's all these assholes at who thought that this guy was a 45? And a lot of them, get this, a lot of these dumb motherfuckers said that he was better than Marino. Are you fucking mind saying that? That's how stupid Dolphin fans are. Okay? But we're going to do a lot of roasting on the Dolphin community this winter. Oh, man. We're going to paint some faces and put them up, put clown noses on these ass clowns as a fan base. And you know me, I'm loving every effing minute of it. Let's get to Dallas. Cowboy fans, don't believe the hype ESPN pumps about your team. They fell on their face again. What else is new? George Pickens was George Pickens, quit on his team. What else is new? And somebody, I forgot who it was, who called Parsons a clown this week. Yeah, Parsons the clown, right? 13 and a half sacks with 5 more games to go. He's a clown, right? Really? This is why I say again, those niggas, that's right, I'm saying it, those ex-coons in the television are fucking coons, okay? And what happened to Justin Fields? I had people like Ramos telling me that Jordan Love was going to be his backup 2 years ago, which was comical. He's ready to be on team number 5 once Woody Johnson takes that Latino quarterback from South Florida. His father's a big-time doctor. I forgot the kid's name, but he's going to be the quarterback. The Jets got 5 number 1s. Word is they will trade up to get him. So they're going to get their quarterback. Mendoza, that's the kid's name. Thank you, buddy. Mendoza. Um, Jets got 5 number 1s, folks. Aaron Glenn now got these guys on the same page. And if I am the Dolphins, especially their idiotic fans, if they think that and tomorrow the weather is going to be, I think it's going to be 30, I think it's going to be 36 degrees tomorrow. Don't think it's going to be easy victory. Because if you do, when you end up 5-8, you're done. You're not catching the teams who are catchable. You're not catching Buffalo. You damn sure ain't catching New England. There's only one team coming out of the North. Three are coming out. I would say three are coming out of the South, and then you're going to have the Broncos in the West. That's going to be your playoff teams. Maybe the Chargers will beat out the Colts, and then you'll have two, one in the North, and New England and Buffalo. That's your playoff teams. There you go. And what do you want me to say? I mean, give the Dolphins a lot of credit. They bounce back. I have nothing against the players on that team. I don't like most of the players on that team. Dolphin media can be clownish at times, but I know those guys. And when they say shit, I listen. And Chris Perkins, and of course the great Joe Rose, um, they said these defensive linemen are looking good. Not the first round pick. They said he's struggling. I could have told you that Chris Greer picked him. Okay, he picked him, of course. Well, I think at the end, if McDaniel can get 2 more wins, he's going to keep the job. And what they're going to do is they're going to move forward. They're going to go to a power running game with Achan. They're going to completely take the ball out to his hands. And like I said before, the next quarterback they get is going to be a Jay Fiedler type. You know why? To keep the fan base quiet. And you don't have to hear about the quarterback because they're going to get a guy that all he has to do is hand off to Achan, and they're going to get a big back in there to go with Ollie Gordon and Achan. And that's the way they're going to play moving forward. They're going to build that defense to championship caliber. And that is the right way to go. And the fans don't like it, go with tongue it over goes next. No one's going to miss you. I'll tell you right now, old Bubba in the trailer park, touring on, they're in Atlanta tonight with Roll Tide. You don't think so? Oh man, I love this, man. This is beautiful. Yeah, I feel great. I'm happy as I've ever been. God's been great to me, and you're looking at those 2 men right there. The best coaching job this year in the NFL is those 2 men. You don't even know the 49er defense, folks. They're all young kids. They're well coached. And if I'm Shanahan, I'll give Saleh $10 million a year just to coach defense and don't leave. And you two can work together. You could finally bring a Super Bowl back to Northern California. I don't know if Brock Purdy is the guy to do it, but hey, I tell you one thing: McCaffrey's having a monster year, and like I said, they're going to be very dangerous in the NFC. I mean, whoever finishes the 2 seed, and right now that can be Philly, that can be the team from the North. Hell, that could be Tampa if they get on a run. Got Carolina next week. I mean, 2 weeks. That may be a game we do. They should move that to prime time. Gotta get that Dolphin Bengal game out of there, man. Got to. Nobody wants to see a 9-loss Bengal team unless you're a fucking masochist or you're playing in your fantasy league semifinals and you got Burrow. Some dumbass Dolphin fans, the Dolphin communities lighting candles, still have Tua on their roster. All right, Nathan McKinnon scores the winning goal in overtime. Just flipped it over Jersekin's left shoulder, right shoulder. Wow. As the Avalanche play-by-play guy would say, Nathan McKinnon. So Rangers lose in overtime. We have saluted the San Francisco 49ers. What a great job they've done. Wow. Again, we rolled on the Dolphin community with their stupidity, and now their man is shot in Tungalova. And something that I said many years ago, protect them, go to a power running game. Ass clowns would tell me up here, no, you can't do it, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, now you're going to have to get another quarterback in 2 years. And I can promise you, to keep you ass clowns quiet, it will be a Jay Fiedler type to keep you people quiet. Just like uh, McDonald did in Seattle. He said, I don't want to hear about the offensive players. Now, Nick and Jingba, he's about to break a record, but again, only 2 catches last week, which I know deep inside put a smile on John Snyder's face, the GM of the Seahawks, and Mike McDonald. Keep that quiet. They do not want offensive players to be the stars in that team. They want the defense to shine, just like when they had a budding dynasty a decade ago. That's what they want in Seattle again. Smart thinking. Denver has that now. And Bo Nix is very, very, very capable of winning big games because he's proven it. And it's going to be a fun last month of the season, folks. Buckle your seatbelts. AFC, Denver, the 3 teams in the South. And Houston's a juggernaut, just like Seattle's a budding juggernaut in the NFC. Houston's in the AFC. New England. Here's the question. Can a team, the only team I give a chance to go up there and beat them is Buffalo. I'm not joking. I'll go Buffalo, Houston, and maybe the Broncos. Those 3 teams I give a chance to go up to Orchard Park. To Foxborough and beat them. Other than that, and they will lose in Foxborough. They're not ready yet for a Super Bowl. Not yet. They're doing Marino comparisons. I'm like, really? With Drake May? Why don't you do Brady comparisons? That's fair. Drake is a good one, though. I said it back in May. I was watching him in minicamp, just throwing missiles to Stephon Diggs. I said, oh. Here we go again. The Pats, they're back. Get used to it. Miami and Buffalo had 6 years to get to a Super Bowl. They both failed miserably. Bills always choking, and the Dolphins are a disaster. Now they're trying to do things the right way in Miami. It's going to take some time. Like I said about Miami, I hear nothing but rave reviews except for the number 1 pick, the pick at 13, the kid from Michigan. Everybody else, I'm hearing rave reviews. That's a good sign. And the coach chucked his ego to the side and did what he does best: design running plays. And he's done a good job. Give McDaniel a lot of credit. He's done a good job last couple of weeks implementing a power running game. And that's what they need in Miami. Wear teams out. You want to be pussy and you have that broken down quarterback. Now he's an interception machine now. Okay. And of course, I got Jordan Love. LA has Herbert, but Herbert hasn't won a playoff game yet. Right now, I'm watching my man play in big games. Boy, what a showcase he put on Thanksgiving, wasn't it? With the great arm talent he has. And down in Miami, they have a broken down quarterback. What do you want me to do? Shed a tear? I'm not going to laugh because it's pitiful. But I will laugh at the fan base, and probably in the spring I'll start trolling them in those stupid ass news. The picnic table room, whatever that's called. I call it the picnic table in there. They have, of course, uh, I will ride Chris. I don't want to hear no bullshit from him, and I will find Mr. McIntosh. And this time, now that I'm full healthy, you all are going to get the wrath of me. Now that I'm completely healthy, God is great. I'm coming after the dolphin community if it kills me. I'm gonna bring their asses down if it's the last. If I have to dox all of them, I'll give a chicken head hoe $20,000 to do it. I'm gonna do it. So the dolphin community is always in my crosshairs, and I love it. I can't stand them. They can't stand me, but look who's right. Look who's laughing now. Ah, they ain't want Herbert too much like Tannehill. They ain't want Love. They ain't know who he was. They took a quarterback with a dislocated hip. You cannot make this shit up. It's laughable. Better than Marino, really? Reasons and that idiot McIntosh telling these fucking ass clown fools that he had the arm of God, really? You want to see the arm of God? I'll say it again. Look at Jordan Love. Look at Herbert. And especially look at Stafford. Okay, Stafford is the godfather in arm talent. Watch him. That's a real pro at quarterback. The guy that you people supported, he's about to steal $173 million and laughing at you and waving at you because he don't give a F what you people think. And I'll promise you, the next quarterback will be the star of the Miami Dolphins will be a game managing quarterback. Why? To keep you fans quiet and let the team play, win as a team. And I'm writing 26 off already for them. Maybe 27 they'll come and finally beat the team they should have been 7 years ago. Let me repeat that. Because by that time it'll be 2027. The team that Flores had in 2020, with Miles Gaskins running the football, that's the team you're going to be. So that's it for me. I'll be back later tonight for the hockey. Montreal, Toronto, Calgary is playing early. That'll be the game on NHL Network. So you know I'll be watching that. Flames and the Utah Mammoth. Appreciate everybody. That boy, people in the clouds. Congratulations to the 49ers. What a great job they did. They're doing right now. One win away from a playoff spot. You know. Have a great afternoon, everybody. I will see you all later this evening. Good day from the Oasis. Enjoy your afternoon.